Hello, kids. This is Ryan from the Dead Radio Podcast. Please excuse me while I get these plugs out of the way. Please subscribe to the Dead Radio Podcast on iTunes, Beyond Pod, or whatever your mobile podcast app preference may be to download and listen to the show on the go. Not sure how to do that? Go to our YouTube page by searching Dead Radio Podcast and watching the lovely video Adam posted to teach you dummies how to figure it out. You might as well subscribe to the channel as well while you're there. We're also on Instagram at Dead Radio Podcast and on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/Dead Radio Podcast. If you'd like to support the show, send us a few shekels at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Dead Radio Podcast. Your support will help to
enhance
the show and fund future Dead Radio projects like Tim Cop, a live chili cook-off, and a shot-for-shot remake of Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. We do this show for fun, but as Danny DeVito and Twins once said,
well, money talks and bullshit walks.
We also share the internets with other local podcasts. So check out Dark Side Records Podcast, Dorkside at Dark Side Podcast, Hudson Valley Legends Podcast, and Hudson Valley Transmitter Podcast. And as always, the Dead Radio Podcast is sponsored by Track 7 Studios, providing quality artistic photography and video services for advertising or events of any size. They will photography anything. And if anybody has been paying attention, I just said the word podcast 13 times. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the show.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
All right. Dead Radio Podcast, episode number 130. I'm just going to leave it at that.
You got nothing?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm going to do.
It's been trying out taglines like off and running and off to the races and other horribly douchey things.
Yeah, it's not.
Don't use those.
It's not working anymore.
So we do have a new record, a possible show title before we even started recording.
I know. Pretty amazing. You guys are off to a great start.
So in 2 hours, everyone will know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure it'll come up at some point.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll read it when we read off the titles.
Well, that was in the waiver we signed, too.
Yes.
So we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have waivers here because
I
we're
forgot to
fancy as
change
fuck.
it.
What?
I
Uh-oh.
could just say it. So I thought about putting something in the waiver, since you guys obviously didn't read the whole thing, right? That says that you pledge your immortal soul to the Dead Radio Podcast.
Well, somebody else has mine, so
Yeah.
that's kind of a dead issue, but
Yeah.
you have a legal department. Right? You guys can figure it out.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Well, in studio we have Pitch Black Sunrise. Well, most of it. 2/3 of Pitch Black Sunrise. We got Sean King at the head of the table or the foot, depending on how you feel. I would like to think that the YouTube viewers are at the head of the table.
Sure.
And also to his right, Nick Magro. Is that how you say it? Or
You got
Magro
it.
or Magro?
You got it. You got
Yeah,
it.
so we got the guitar and vocalist and the bass player, respectively. And
Respectively.
where is Edgar Allan Poe? Is he not here? I had a lot of jokes lined up for that guy.
I think he's sleeping in a coffin somewhere.
Yeah, we couldn't figure it out. I guess he missed the alarm.
Yeah, we're talking about Rob Romeo.
Yeah.
He's got his own business and he couldn't make it here.
Yeah, commitments, that kind of thing.
That's too bad.
We miss him already.
Oh, yeah, because
know.
I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different people that came into my brain that he looked like, and they all have to do with a weird mustachio. I just saw the picture of like your Facebook photo, which is cool because you got him playing the drums on one side, and then the 2/3 of the square I'm sorry,
2/3 of the square.
The square broken up into thirds, and I'm looking at it like, what? He looks like Edgar Allan Poe, and I typed it in, and then all of a sudden I was like, and Clark Gable, and Vincent Price, and Dick Dastardly, and.
Wow.
All of those are good.
You did a lot
actually.
more
Those
research
are-
than me.
I'm actually a little jealous now. Those are good. I like
Snidely
that.
Whiplash? How about that?
Snidely Whiplash. What
Yeah.
the fuck is that?
He was-
Rob is the one friend on Facebook that always posts when somebody dies first.
Oh, okay.
So that the rest of the world knows.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Johnny Cash died today.
Yeah, he's our what do they call it? A Deadpool. He's our Deadpool alarm ringer, definitely. So
But you guys are out of. It said Hudson Valley on your Facebook page. Where are you guys from? You he's down in what, the Bronx? You said? Or?
Yeah, Rob's down in the Bronx.
So
I'm from Hopewell.
Okay.
And when we had started, Sean was down in was it Carmel, right?
Putnam Valley.
Putnam Valley. So Hudson Valley was sort of just like the easiest way to say, instead of picking a specific location.
Right. Okay, I hear you. So you're from all over.
All over. Parts unknown, parts known.
Yeah, I'm in Connecticut. We're all kind of like in an hour triangle of each other.
Ah, is that a pain in the ass? Like for rehearsal and shit?
That's not too bad.
You fucking drove all the way out here for this?
Absolutely. Of course. Po-town, man.
Well, I'll be.
Do you remember when we used to have to beg our friends to come on this show?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Please, please. Like my roommate who lived with me a mile from here. And he'd be like, nah, I'm going to smoke weed.
Wow.
Not do that.
Can't really argue that either. I mean, which way you slice it.
It's like, I'm making pasta. I'm not going to do that.
No, but this is a great thing. I mean, to get on here, push your stuff, whatever it is. You're in a band or whatever. I mean, why somebody would turn down the opportunity is kind of
yeah. It's to reach tens of listeners.
It's 10 more than we had before we walked in the door. So that's the way you got to look at it,
Well, Logan's watching, and he said that's my Nick. So anyway, how long you guys been doing it? How long you been playing as Pitch Black Sunrise? I'm assuming you guys have been around for a little longer.
Pitch Black Sunrise, maybe 2 or 3 years.
It's
we
about 3 years
together in another band years ago. But
what was the name?
That was Shades of Burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean and I have been working together on and off for almost 10 years now.
Right.
Yeah. So Pitch Black, we had the idea for we talking on the phone and stuff, and we kind of worked some ideas out of what we wanted to do musically, and we realized we were on the same page with it, so we decided to keep moving forward. Just a new band name with some different people than we had been working with. Our biggest problem was finding a drummer, right? I mean, that was like.
It took a year probably.
Yeah,
to find
with the
a drummer
search was absurd. It really was.
They're all a bunch of fucking weirdos.
They
are. They're all fucking nuts. All of them.
There's a few flakes in.
Yeah.
Every single fucking drummer I've played with is just like, you're just like, what is wrong with you?
And having the whole thing.
And you got to go to the guy's house.
Yeah, you got to go. Yeah, that's even worse. You got to go to this psychopath's house. To practice.
It could be like a part 2 to the Craigslist stalking thing, drawing people in. Yeah, start a band. No, really, come on downstairs. But one of the other requirements, like you had said, was what Sean and I were looking for was a guy that looked like Edgar Allan Poe. So then when we finally found Rob, it was like, holy shit, this is it. I mean, this is like. I didn't care if he could play or not.
Yeah.
He had the look. I mean, fuck it, we'll just loop something in. It didn't really matter.
He's got to come out with like black suit, black bow tie. Is slicked back, dye his hair black.
You're not going to start singing
black.
Rancid, are you?
He's got to do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! Well, all right, I missed that
You
one.
see, I didn't even look at pictures that closely, so I'm really kind of in the dark on this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you prepared yourself for the show.
Yeah,
clearly.
well, I listened to your music, and I thought that would be enough. And then I also did search through your Facebook page, but trying to find like a logo for an Instagram video that I did. But yeah, I didn't look closely at pictures of you guys. I didn't think that was necessary.
Thank you for that.
All right, so this is the picture. This is the picture that I saw of him right there.
Yeah.
He also looks like a friend of mine, Ed O'Neill. I don't know if you ever met him.
know.
I mean, if Tony's listening, he'll get a kick out of that. Tony, Pitch Black Sunrise. Check out this drummer. And then I just hold on. Let me get to some more photos. There was a really good one that I liked. Here we go. Being all creepy in the background.
Oh yes, yeah. The
right and
band selfies.
Yeah, we'll do.
You're just gonna search for Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, so we can all like have like a side by side comparison almost.
I hope he's at least tuned in. This is.
So, okay, see, there's Edgar.
Yeah.
See, to me, I don't know.
There's Rob.
Edgar Allan Poe looks like Geezer Butler to me, but whatever.
I mean, I feel like if you put the outfit on and had the same hair, for sure, yeah. He's got the same mustache.
Well, we do have to update the band photos.
Look at the
some
smirk,
point, so.
though. Look at his smirk
Yeah.
here, and then look at the smirk here. Yeah. That's fucking scary, man.
Okay. And he's not even here to defend himself, so this is awful.
Nah. I'm assuming he's got a good sense of humor.
I mean, he does, one can only assume. We haven't met
he
him.
does. Yeah, he does.
Well, he's a drummer, so they're all just they're just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I was listening to your stuff pretty much all day. I had it on a loop just to like drill it in my head because I like to. You guys on your description of the band and everything like that, you put all of your influences and everything like that, and I hate looking at those. No offense, but I just want to kind of listen to it and come up with my own stuff. Just to see if I got anything out of the box, and I kind of did. Right off the bat, I was listening to you guys in the kitchen. My wife said, "Sounds like Black Sabbath." So that was like right early on.
Well, that you have to have that if you're going to be like kind of a stoner rock band.
Yeah,
you have to have that.
Well, I guess you guys are like more like to me, it's like a blend of '90s heavy metal with stoner. Does that make any sense? Because I hear Van Halen and shit in there. For some reason, it just pops up in my head.
That's one we never got that one. Right?
Yeah,
we never gotten Van Halen.
I mean, it's definitely a heavy dose of 70s in there.
Yeah,
and also, if you ever seen the movie Airheads with Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi, you guys kind of sound like the Lone Rangers, like the band from the movie. Like I was like, son of a bitch, they kind of sound like if you did a cover of Degenerated. I would like.
Okay.
You win my heart forever. Have you ever seen the movie?
I've seen him. We got to listen to the soundtrack.
That's a fucking
again.
classic.
It is.
The cast is stacked too. You watch it now and you're like, Jesus, everybody was in this fucking movie. Also, I saw Dig. Have you ever heard of the band Dig from the '90s?
No, you got me on that one.
Yeah, they're like
I'm usually pretty good with that.
They're more like alternative and stuff. And also, I heard Sea of Green too. I don't know if you guys are stoner rock fans, but Sea of Green is one of those other, like, I don't know. Those are the bands that came out.
There's a lot now.
Head.
There's a lot of stoner rock, stoner and doom stuff that's come out in the last like probably 5 or 6 years. It's really to me it's exploded. Like there's, it was a genre that it's been around for a long time, but a lot of people really it's sort of been a very underground thing. Some of the bands are more upfront, or more mainstream, and I hate using words like that, but. Like obviously you have bands like Monster Magnet, Caius, or
Caius.
Just as off the top of my head, and then and they've been around for a long time. I mean, obviously not Caius anymore, but that led to Queens of the Stone Age and some other bands. But like I said again, from my own listening and really digging into it, it's I guess the last 5 or 10 years has really seen a real surge in that style of music. It's almost hard to keep up with what's coming out. Because so much is. Really just hitting it in social media and everywhere else,
I like how it's changing though.
I was just about to say, I feel like it's kind of shaped into a real thing as opposed to a catch-all, whereas it was kind of at first.
Because a while ago,
sure, Caius, Monster Magnet, but there are a lot of bands that are called stoner rock that don't sound anything like those bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the grunge. That was the grunge label. Grunge was like they put the grunge stamp on everybody, but meanwhile, there's like surf. there's surf punk, and there's more of that like dirt punk, like Mudhoney. Or
I think that there's too many categories, to be honest with you. Right. I mean, we have, like if you look at our pages, you'll see that there's 2 or 3 or 4, depending on what page it is, genres or what styles we are, but it's almost like you have to put a bunch of stuff in there just so that when people start searching for stuff, they'll click and it'll be directed towards what you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely
Like
always
Tanner's
been
63 hashtags.
I mean, you can't use the word rock. You
Yeah.
can't. I mean,
It
you know,
is,
it's-
but that's just a much larger,
it's
larger, grouping, whereas
Mhm.
your smaller phylum within that.
Yeah, I think Nick actually coined the term progressive stoner because we don't really know kind of where we fit into any kind of genre because some of the songs sound like straight rock, like Rites of Spring, and then you get into some of our newer stuff that we don't have recorded yet. That's a lot more on the stoner vein. So
Yeah. I mean, kind of the idea was what we were doing was, and when people ask me about it, I always tell them it's like, so we're taking sort of, obviously you guys had said it, the 70s Sabbath, which is, I mean, in our opinion, is definitely the best, and with some 70s Rush, and then some of the newer stoner bands, and I mean, really, we're taking just about anything that's influenced us and blending it into our own thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
and trying not to sound dated at the same
right? Yeah, exactly, and trying not to get pigeonholed into something either.
Yeah.
Because that can be a real pain in the ass.
It's tricky because
is.
and in the scene, it's tricky too. Like placing yourself. Where do you place yourselves? Because I was listening to you guys, and I was like, they might have trouble getting gigs with a couple bands that are more like your sound too. That's the other thing. Because I don't know though, because the scene now way different than what I remember.
We're very out of touch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just know that we know the bands that we hear and we like. Frank McGinnis plays fucking yacht rock, and Francis Dean is like a new style grunge rock.
But even
is yacht rock.
Oh, this was a great I've
Yeah,
never
I didn't
heard
know
the
what it-
term.
I didn't know
He
what it is
said
either.
it. I don't know if you know Frank McGinnis, American film history.
No.
It's like kind of like really like mellow, kind of loose like pop rock that he does.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, throw it up quick.
I gotta hear this.
But he
So,
said
yeah.
he was really into like Steve Winwood in the '80s and that kind of music, like Higher Love type stuff. And then he mentioned who's the fucking guy from the Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
And who's another one? Shit that Pete Townsend was doing in the '80s too.
Isn't that called adult contemporary?
Yeah, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it
But
is.
he called it yacht rock, and it was like, Jesus,
like
that's
yacht
kind
rock
of funny.
better
Like
than adult
he's like, I just picture a rich guy on a yacht listening to that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
So this
that
is
makes
this
sense.
is it.
like Phil Collins, Serious or something,
Music for old
Plugged
yuppies.
in.
Oh yeah.
All right, everyone, cover your ears.
Why are you doing this to me?
How you did?
All right, go ahead.
Are we good?
Yeah. Sounds much different live.
Yeah. So this he did all in it like in his house, on multiple tracks and layered everything. So it has a very polished, I would say like mid '80s yacht rock kind of sound.
Yeah. Right? Sounds like a.
Yeah. You guys aren't fans? He
No,
wasn't
it's-
at first too, and then I catch him singing it.
Oh yeah, I hum it all fucking day long. It's catchy as shit.
I mean, it's like a Miami Vice soundtrack.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know,
This
like-
is the flyover of the beginning of the '80s buddy
Here,
cop
now,
movie.
Now here, listen to like this is him playing in studio.
Yeah, that's him here.
With a breath and a shudder.
Yeah, so that's more his style.
Yeah, so you can hear like the polished studio stuff, and then this is what he did acoustic for us.
He's got a great voice.
Yeah, he is super talented, and he's the only person under the age of 60 that can say swell, and it's not weird.
Well, then we got we're meeting a lot more bands in the scene and everything, and it's gotten to the point where the subgenre thing, it's going so subgenre that it's almost like you can't even you just throw people on stage now. Like we went to the Hope Rocks festival that we're at, and every single band was completely different
Totally
than the last
different,
that was
But
on stage.
in a way, that's an awesome thing.
No,
though,
that's
you know?
great,
I
and
mean,
I'm seeing a lot more bands outside. Fucking Shadow Witch, the band that opened for Shadow Witch was a stoner jazz band. They were
was
playing all
fucking
this like
weird.
it was weird as shit. It was really strange, like Les Claypool kind of weird,
Oh,
you know.
wow.
So it was wild. But
big
they're-
fan of Shadow Witch too. They're
Oh, yeah.
really awesome.
Yeah, we
Earl,
were-
have you met Earl? He's awesome.
Oh yeah,
on
awesome
the
cat,
show.
man.
They were on the
Yeah.
show.
We've had them on the show.
Uh-huh.
We saw them a couple years ago. year and a half ago, something like that.
They opened
And
for
then-
Corrosion of Conformity and Mothership at the Chance.
Yeah, I wanted to see that.
and they
'cause-
sounded so much better than Corrosion.
And see, there's there's some
man.
bands too, like Mothership, Corrosion of Conformity.
Mhm.
Like that's. I mean, to us, that's where it's at. I mean, it's it's the riff, it's the feel, groove. You know what I mean, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know.
Just just a solid riff. No, no nonsense going around. Just like a really solid riff. And when I think of that, I think of Paige Hamilton from Helmet. The motherfucker can just write a solid, like, grinding, like, head nodding
Yeah.
fucking riff. And, like Rites of Spring. That's what that's that song with that spoken Henry Rollins type spoken word part where that you're hitting that harmonic on the guitar during that.
That was
Like,
totally
that's
his
just, like,
idea. He
this
is-
nice grinding fucking part of the song that that's just a step away from your other songs. I really like that kind of stuff where it's just a little bit. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that
Thank
song
you.
a lot.
It's a lot of fun to play live.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
I was watching some of your live stuff too. You got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we have a few things up. We got to update it. It's like every time we try and get some good video, there's always some issue. Either it doesn't sound good or, we're
Mhm.
just not having one of those nights where we want to share the video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
there's-
nah.
there's a few.
It's tricky,
This is
man.
more like we're going to watch this to see, like, don't do this shit again. And we're not going to show this to anybody,
Yeah,
Well,
I remember he.
So definitely. I mean, I don't want to sidetrack you, but
Yeah,
definitely,
no.
if you guys got some gigs in the area, we would love to come out. We can plug right into the board, get some good video and some good audio.
That would
so
be
we've,
awesome.
We've got a remote, so we can definitely get some good shit.
Yeah.
So-
You want us to plug the show now, or you want to?
Sure, we could. Were you going to say something interesting, Bosch?
I was gonna, but Rob Romeo just said, "Is there any way to call in?" And Rob, if you can call one of your guys, I can pipe you into the board. It's going to be rough for you to hear, but we can all shout. It'll be on like speakerphone. I can
Call
pipe him in.
Sean. He's got a better phone than me.
Now I gotta look for cables. Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
So yeah,
There you
Robert,
go.
if you'd like to call in, you go right ahead. Call one of these guys.
yeah,
and we'll
defend
plug you in.
yourself.
So
from my beating. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Well, the way you described him, I imagine like the villain from like the Talkies.
Yeah,
where, like on
he's-
the train tracks
yes,
with a
with a
maiden.
top hat,
Yeah, he's got a
yes.
top hat and a wax mustache.
villain from
I
the
didn't really
Talkies.
get that,
and
but
a three-quarter coat and a high
the
collar.
villain from the Talkies. Color's not going to catch on. I'm telling you, it's just a fad. Nah. The Talkies, they're going to be black and white forever.
He does this between each song. He just twirls his mustache.
No, but he will after this. I guarantee that.
Just laughs at the audience. Yeah, absolutely. If he calls in, I can pipe him in.
I just told him to call me.
All right,
I got a
cool.
shitty signal down here.
So October 14th, we're doing a show at a place called Rudy's in what is that? In Hawthorne on Central Avenue in Westchester.
I got it here. It's 156 South Central Avenue in Hartsdale. New
Hartsdale.
York.
I
pro over there.
Yeah, he is. He's prepared. I tell you.
I try.
So we they just started doing original bands. Like for a while, it was just a cover band kind of a
Yeah,
place, and they started doing original rock, and we did one of the first shows there, and it went really well. The owner was happy. We had a good turnout. So we got another opportunity. So it's going to be us, another local band, a couple local bands from up here, like Freak Switch.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Yeah,
Shameless
what is
plug
it?
for our friends in Freak Switch.
Mama
Love 'em.
Doom, Freak Switch, Von Awesomeish.
Well, it's Freak Switch. That's just the
Von Awesomeish.
Yeah, what is the Von Awesomeish? That was like the greatest name ever.
Brian, if you're watching, call in too.
And East Coast Rednecks.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Rob.
Hey.
Hi, Rob.
so it is going to be kind of difficult because we're gonna put the phone in the middle of the table. So you're basically
I can hear all you guys fine.
All
okay.
right,
Good.
there we go.
Yeah. So we're just plugged into the phone, but you're hearing us through the mic on the phone. So just let us know if you can't hear us, and we'll talk louder.
I hear you all fine.
Great. Well,
Wonderful.
welcome to the show.
How we doing so far, Coach?
It's fine. I mean, I turned it on when it kicked in, I think, and I said, "Shit, I gotta call in. Is there a way to call in?"
Now,
we really got to work out the Google Voice thing and figure out a way
Yeah.
to do this a little bit more legit.
Now,
And
Rob, do you
just call someone's phone. We'll figure it out. Just call a phone.
I guess there was a lot of shit talked about me for a little bit.
just a touch. Rob, this is Ryan. Sorry,
He just wants to know what's your deal.
He wants to know what's my deal.
Do you still have the mustache I see in all the pictures?
Yes.
Thank
yes,
God.
I still
Thank
have the stash. Yes. I look like my uncles now.
Yeah.
I got together with my family, but shit, I look like all my uncles now.
Well, like a proper professional broadcaster, I did some research on you guys, and I saw your mustache and your look, and I instantly thought Edgar Allan Poe, among other people. And I wanted to talk to you about that a little bit, but I was really sad. No offense, guys. I'm sorry. But I was really sad when I only saw two of you.
He built his whole shtick around you today, Rob, and you blew it.
Look at the list.
Well, that's what. Oh, Edgar Allan Poe being going for me.
He's got notes too. Can you
Yeah,
see? Is this the live camera?
No, that's not the live camera.
I got
This one
birth
here,
dates and
he has-
death dates and
so
all kinds of
he
good
has
stuff.
So it's this one here. You're probably not going to be able to see. So, and especially because the YouTube is like a minute or two behind.
It was going to go something like this. Now, I was going to introduce, Nick and Sean, and then I go, now, Edgar Allan Poe, you've been dead for about 168 years. How has that been for your, your artistry and your drum technique, working that out? And I got, that's exactly what I was expecting it to get.
We told you. Oh. We told you it's hard to find drummers. We had to dig one up.
I'll take the Poe thing. Now I know what I'm going to be for Halloween.
Please, and send
Beautiful.
pictures.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No,
Are we done? Does everyone want to go?
What's your question? What question?
Oh, no, nothing. Well, I guess while we have you on the phone, how long have you been playing drums?
I've playing since I'm 18, man. I'm 45 now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. It's unfathomable.
So
Took a bunch
that's
of years off here and there.
27 years, huh? God,
really?
damn.
I'm proud of you, Ryan.
You do math in
If
your
that was
head.
if that was right, I'm proud of you. I'm not doing it.
You say it like that. I should be better.
I mean, things happen. You run your business. How's your business going?
Yeah.
Good?
It's going fine. It's going very fine.
All right.
Had a little slow period in the summer, but it's picking up now.
Would you like to give
as
us
long
a
as
plug?
As long as people show up when they're supposed to show up, it'll be better.
Oh, shit.
Wow. I hope he doesn't have YouTube, Rob.
Would you like to give us a quick plug for your business? Hopefully, our tens of listeners will check you out.
If you need printing, then my name of the company is ART, Images and Graphics. We're in Elmsford, New York, 914-592-2716.
Very cool.
Awesome, man.
Do not text dick
If
pics to
anybody,
that
look,
number, please.
anybody needs any kind of printing, posters, banners, stickers.
Well, actually,
business cards,
I'm
anything on
going
paper.
to reach out to you for a quote, actually, because we're going to need some of that stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah,
He does all our stuff too.
Yeah.
So and it's
Get my email from Nick.
Absolutely,
yeah,
for sure. Because our next thing is we definitely need a banner. So,
Alrighty.
yeah.
A big one. Like bright colors. Like really stands. Hang on, Rob.
I can do all.
Yeah, he can't hear this part, can he?
No. Yeah, one
What
big.
am I not hearing?
Oh, it was just I was playing a bumper from a soundboard, but you can't hear that because it's playing over our headphones and not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't hear it.
It's not more shit talk, I promise.
This show is very hacked together. We are in a basement in Poughkeepsie.
All right, so we're gonna let you go. The phone stuff is difficult.
Alrighty, guys, no problem. I'll watch continuing on, and I'll chime in on YouTube.
All right, Rob. Thanks a lot for calling.
Bye, Rob. We love
later,
you.
Bye.
See, he's a good sport.
That was awesome. Well done. You guys have done this a few times, right?
Yeah, usually it's just like his phone, like his mom calling.
Yeah, or
You know?
my dad tries to call me. I'm like, hey, you're on the podcast. He's like, oh, shit. And he hangs up the
I'll
phone.
call you back.
But, yeah, well, we try to get people on the phone. So, yeah, Rob, he seems like a nice fella.
Yeah, I've been friends with him for quite some time, too. And it was like when he was interested in coming in to the band with me and Sean, it was a very easy transition because it's like, that whole, all right, yeah, he fits musically, but then, you got to get to know the person and sometimes personalities clash that you don't always see right away. But having known Rob for as long as I did, I knew it was going to be a good fit. As long as he dug the music, we were going to be golden, Right?
Yeah. Yeah, again, we had been looking for a long time for drummers, and just getting people off the street and Craigslist and all that shit. And
Craigslist drummers, huh?
yes,
That's scarier than like I know that guy drummer.
And you mentioned about having to bring your shit to the drummer's house.
Yeah.
So it's always that awkward, going to get your shit when it doesn't work
When
out.
it doesn't work. Oh my God.
Yeah, the breakup. I want my records back. And it's like, fuck, I gotta go get my gear. And
So the last time we were like, we are rehearsing at my house. Now we rehearse at Nick's, but it's like we're rehearsing at one of our houses. That's it.
Yeah.
No more. The drummers can come to us.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, not anymore. You got Rob.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's it.
Did you have guys before him playing the songs, or?
Actually, we on some of the recordings, we recruited a good friend of ours, Mike May, who's been in a lot of bands in Westchester. I mean, you could probably speak more about that, but
yeah, Mike's one of those guys like. He'll come in and help you out with your project, and he's one of those guys. He'll learn your material in a couple of days.
He's a session guy.
Yeah, well, not per se, but yeah, like he's like a session guy.
Yeah.
I mean, and he hails from most of the bands that he's been involved with are very like high end type of thing. Like he was in a Queensryche tribute band as the drummer. He was in a Tool and Perfect Circle tribute band.
Jesus.
Yeah, so his skills obviously
Probably got to be pretty good. to be in
incredibly
one of those,
talented guy, yeah, and a great guy. Came in, knocked our stuff right out of the park for us.
Mm.
It was
yeah,
really
usually in 1 or 2 takes too. So he
Yeah.
didn't even spend a hell of a lot of time with us actually.
yeah. He was in a band many years ago. Back in the day, it was called Smokescreen.
Okay.
Which was like they were like a progressive metal band. I remember them as a kid because Mike's a few years older than me, and I remember going to see them places like Streets in New Rochelle and Marty and Lenny's, places down in Lower Westchester that were really big at the time, for the rock and metal scene, and watching them going, wow, these guys are killing it, and then years later having the chance to work with them was pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
How come just the four songs you have? You just have the 4 songs up on Bandcamp. That's just all you've been able to lay down. You're working on something new. Or?
There's a couple other that we did.
I'm not trying to talk shit, like, I'm just curious, like, because
We'd love to hear more.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what he's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to say in
So
a
would
really
I.
shitty way.
when it's homegrown, and you're operating on your own budget, it's hard. It's a time commitment. I mean, Sean's the engineer guy for us.
Okay.
He's much better at running that equipment. I'm terrible at it. I just plug in and play, and that's it.
Did you guys record all that yourselves, or did you go
Mm-hmm.
into a studio?
That was all recorded on a 16-track standalone digital recorder.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
So and it also takes a lot longer.
Oh
doing
yeah,
it
that's
that
a
way.
fucking nightmare.
And we layer so many different parts in there that.
Sounds really good
Yeah.
for just a
Thank you.
Thanks.
16-track home recorder. That's awesome.
That's all him. I mean, he got some great sounds both for guitar, bass, and the drums. Obviously, it's just the whole thing came together nice.
Do you have a studio space at your house, or is it like just kind of like just a space?
We used to call it the Magic Shed. It was a little shed behind my house that
It was actually about as big as
it was probably
as
about
the studio.
as big as
Oh,
this.
okay.
Yeah.
And great for a power trio that we are. But when we had a 4 and 5 piece band, it was like we were boxed in like a turtle's dick, man. It was just like no room at all. It was like, you had to have good hygiene, or everybody just really needed to really get along well. There wasn't.
Yeah, that.
I opened a beer and he got drunk. You know what I mean? Like that's how
Yeah.
tight we were in there.
Yeah, I was babied. All the drummers I ever played with, they had like these giant spaces with all the kinds of shit everywhere.
Yeah, in their parents' house.
Yeah, in their parents' house.
Yeah.
Well.
A little tiny place like this, and tried to soundproof the walls.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But it's
just using onboard effects to make it sound. It was actually a very dead sounding room on purpose, so we could put any kind of coloring we wanted after the fact. So.
Yeah, and when you're doing it yourself too, you have some chance to experiment, different sounds, different things. You can't get too overboard with it because then it just, days and weeks and,
Oh yeah, my favorite thing ever is just a simple, straightforward sound, straightforward recording. Nothing crazy, not too many layers, almost dirty. Is a good example for me is anything out of Seattle in the fucking early '90s.
You'd be surprised how much work went into those records.
Well, I know
you got guys like Butch Vig or Brendan O'Brien as the engineers
Jack
and producers.
and Dino.
Yeah, they make everything sound big. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, the catalog speaks for itself.
Right.
You know.
A band that came out with an album a few years ago, Middle Class Rut, their second album was basically just done in a room with a bunch of room mics.
Yeah.
And that's how they recorded it. And it sounds really like mid-fi almost, but I love it. I like how raw it sounds, you know?
Yeah. For me, I guess, I mean, same with you too. I mean, something like Master of Reality by Black Sabbath.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, and this is live. They only went in to fix a mistake if it was really horrendous.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it was live. It was raw. You know, mics right up against the amp, and they just went for it. You know, and look what they produced. I mean, I think their first 3 or 4 records were like that, right?
Yeah.
Sabbath. You know, so you know it speaks for itself. You know, if you start overthinking things, I think that's when you lose some of the vibe, some of the feel. You know.
Yeah, we talked about that last week with Shadow Witch. Like, I hate fucking checking out a band, loving them, and then seeing them live and being like, this doesn't fucking sound like that at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and if you can't fucking play your shit live in a studio, how are you going to go out to a venue and fucking play it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's parts in
Yeah.
the song where you start, you know, you need to play a solo. Guitar's gone. You're just doing your leads, and all there is bass in the background. I like that shit. I like that. You know?
We had initially kind of gone into this. We were going to be a little bit more simplistic with our writing because, again, we'd worked together before with a 5-piece band. So 2 guitars.
Bass, drums, and vocal.
Yeah, so
It's just a wall of sound.
when I would write the guitar parts, I would always write for 2. So we had all intention of not doing that this time and just going there with a raw sound. But you write the way you write, so we actually kind of wrote kind of the same. So there are 2 guitar parts on everything.
We cover it nice live, though, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen some of the videos, so, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I kind of screw up the whole point of view where he's coming from with that because I have a lot of progressive rock influence, and I have a tendency to start bringing that, because you are what you eat, you know what I mean, as far as being a musician, and I start writing stuff, and I start adding a little bit more of a complex element. Not that he's not capable of writing complex stuff either, but it's just like Sean writes more the straightforward big riff kind of thing, and I'll add these parts, and we sort of, and that's where I guess the whole progressive stoner rock thing comes into play, you know, is where, you know, the two of us are sort of blending our influences together in it, you know. You know, I mean, I try to write straightforward and stripped down, but I guess it just never really sort of happens, you know.
Do you guys like the same similar style, similar bands and everything like that? Or you guys like kind of out of the?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Usually we're turning each other on to bands.
Okay.
Usually I find them on Amazon. You know, I buy a record and then it's like people who bought this also bought this, and I would just click on.
All right, cool.
And then I'd be like, oh, you got to check out these fucking guys, and he does the same thing to me. Check out.
Constantly throwing stuff on his
Yeah.
Facebook page. Yo, check this out, and I'll throw the link up or whatever on his Facebook page, or I'll text him something. Same thing, or you know, I have Rhapsody on my phone, which for me is like the easiest way for me to check out band. And if I really like it, I'll go out and buy it definitely. You know, because especially if they're more underground artists, and definitely if they're unsigned, I really try to go out of my way to buy their album because, you know, I mean, you have to. You know, this is the way that they're moving their craft forward, and you know, you gotta try and help out where you can. You know, I mean, that's just the way I look at it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I used to be the opposite, actually.
Really?
I'd say I'd find like really shitty music and then send it to my friend. You gotta listen to this. It's fucking nuts. Is it good? No, it's terrible. Just listen to it. It's great.
One man's feast is another man's famine, bro. You know, don't worry about it. You know, if it speaks to you, it speaks to you. You know, that's like, I always hate it when people start talking a lot of shit about like, oh, well, you like that? Like, what the hell's wrong with you? And it's like, well, but if it speaks to me, if it speaks to you, you know, if it's yacht rock, if yacht rock makes you move, man, you know what I mean? Well, fuck it. You know, whatever. Don't worry about it. You know, like just enjoy it. You know.
Yeah, that was in high school. That's how we were. You know, Adam and I were like.
The funny thing is, our tastes, they do overlap.
Ours?
You know, like in the middle somewhere, but then you got like the German industrial death metal, and I'm listening to fucking Ray LaMontagne.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I'm saying is just only listening to.
Oh yeah, you put yourself in a fucking in like a reverb kind of loop. Like Pearl Jam's great, right? Yeah, Pearl Jam's fucking great. Let's listen to more Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
So you get into that niche. It took me fucking 15 years to get out of that.
Yep.
To finally go like, there's some electronic music that I like.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I do the same thing. I find myself going back to the same. Like you move forward, different things are turning you on. You're like, all right, I'll listen to this, I'll listen to that, and then eventually it just. Well, if I'm in the car or whatever, I'll throw on some old Sabbath or some fucking Grand Funk or Zeppelin or I'm like I got.
Or when
really
someone,
bitten bad by the 70s stuff, man. It's hard to get out from under it,
Or when someone dies, you can play their catalog nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a sucky way to go. Holy shit, that was a good track. Yeah.
That's what.
This
That's
year's
another thing I picked up from. What was the how far we fall?
Yeah.
Is that the name of the song? I'm still getting the titles right, but I noticed like a Chris Cornell-esque style of singing. Not like
nice.
Not like the. I'm not talking.
He's
like,
trying to nicely say you didn't sound as good as them.
No. Yeah, you sound terrible, but you sing like
You're
him.
trying.
No, I mean like the cadence and the way you hold certain notes and everything like that sounded very much to me like black like super unknown Chris Cornell to me. It's I don't know, just something.
I don't think I was going for that there. I was definitely a huge Soundgarden fan, but again, kind of a child of the '70s, and that's kind of where I got that vocals
hell
from.
Of a compliment, though,
yeah.
huh? Chris Cornell.
Chris
Nice,
Cornell,
dude.
Absolutely.
It was like the cadence of it. I was just like, this sounds like something I couldn't put my finger. What song it was? I couldn't put my finger on it.
But even going back to like again what we were talking about with the stoner thing, if you listen to a lot of the Seattle bands, especially like Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, definitely bands like that, they drop tuned, they had that slow churning, big, powerful riffs. I mean, to me, like people say, well, the grunge thing or whatever. I mean, to me, they were metal or even stoner bands. I know some people consider Alice in Chains like sludge, and again, we're getting into these super categories. But if you listen to it, man, it's sort of an updated version of a lot of the stuff that we were talking about before. I mean, it's just that's where it's at for us.
No. So when you? How old are you guys? Just
45,
sorry.
I think.
Same?
45, 46.
What is that?
So you guys been playing for quite a while, or?
Yeah, since I was 14, I think.
Are you like multi-instrumentalists?
I do some hand drumming.
Okay.
Sick stuff, yeah. Djembe and all that. You got to hear this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he can lay it down.
Oh,
Man.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
I just play bass. I try to play other instruments, but terribly.
Yeah.
But I'm a bass
Okay,
player.
good. So I can relate with you guys.
He's happy because
the last couple
we
people
keep having these singer-songwriter types in that can
Hi,
just
Logan.
go like,
where is he?
Yeah, I play the piano too.
I've been playing guitar for about 4 years.
That kid's got
Fuck
some.
you.
You piece of shit.
Wow. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is why we sign waivers on the way in. Is that
I'm sure
why?
he's going to comment in a second.
Hey, kid's got some voice on him, though, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he also said he does hashtag on occasion multi-instrument piece of shit. Which we coined that phrase, Dead Radio exclusive.
Yeah.
Can I get the chalk? I want to write that on my side with the hashtag.
We're heading up on 45. You want to take a quick break?
Yeah, I got to pee real bad.
All right. We'll come back. We'll do some. We'd like to do a little segment called "What Are You Drinking?"
And then we can do "What Are You Vaping?"
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. More shameless plugs.
All right. We'll be right back. Let's
we'll
let's
take
throw
a quick break.
Put on Rites of Spring.
This is actually the.
You see what I mean by Chris Cornell?
Yeah, it sounds fucking great, right?
Yeah. This is cadence.
That was the remix. That's the Hot 97
All right,
summer
so
remix.
what do you really want?
Rites of Spring.
All right.
I just think that's just so like kind of out there, Faith No More-ish. So it's like really caught me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cool.
It also sounds a little bit like Francis Dean too, like
A little bit, yeah.
88.
Yeah.
Check that out. And now it doesn't. All right. We'll be right back, everyone.
thunder, bring on the pain. The night sky crumbles with the sound of your name. Restless and impatient, an impetuous game. Woke up to a scream of broken dreams. A pitch black sunrise in my sky. Wounded droplets of a martyr's tears. Freeze my bloodshot eyes. I don't receive, death is tough, but still I bleed. When it's good, but yet I freeze. The rites of spray reflections of rejections, a mirror on your soul. I reveal my pain, you curse my name, a cold embrace we can't erase. I was the sky, now I'm just dirt.
What's up, everybody? This is Ryan Berberich from Long Trail Brewing Company, and you are listening to Dead Radio Podcast.
All right. Oh, welcome back. If you're watching on YouTube, sorry for the delay. Lots of shit talking going on.
Yeah. We won't mention who.
We were just talking about the scene and everything like that, and I wanted to bring up, but I wanted to save it for the air, that I was talking to Babe Patrol off mic when we interviewed him at Hope Rocks Festival. That'll be out next couple weeks, that little interview. But I was talking to Jules, and they're out of the city, and a lot of their show, they do all their shows down there and everything like that. And I was just like, how's the scene down there compared to up here with just bands and crowds, everything? And she's like, up here is much better. She's like, we'd rather play upstate New York than play in the city, because the people come, they see the band that they're coming to see, and then they get the fuck out, or nobody shows up at all, and it's just bands watching bands.
And that's the
and
city?
everything like that. Yeah, and that's in the city.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, it's.
We
I don't know if
avoid
it's
the city
oversaturation or what, but they have much more fun up here because, they seem
Because they have manners. That's what it is. It's like we went to that show. We were going to interview them. They're like, no, we have to watch Logan because he got us the gig and he's a great act and we want to watch him.
Even though he's terrible to watch.
He's a piece of shit.
I think the
talented douchebag.
I think in the big cities, either New York or LA, the attention span is like a flea. So it's what's ever happening at the time.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that people want to come out and listen to.
And it sucks, man, because that's where all the fucking cool venues are.
If I didn't know better, I'd say Logan was drunk with the amount that he's commenting.
I got to read it later. It's going to be awesome.
But
you know what? I'll tell you about the city, too, man. That pay-to-play thing killed a lot of shit. It really did.
Pay to play.
Oh, you don't know about pay-to-play? So basically, you're going to a club. You're going to play, like, let's say, for instance, I'll take a club that's closed now so I don't sound like I'm talking too much shit. But, like, say a place like the Lion's Den. You've heard of them, right?
Okay.
Lion's Den or Kenny's Castaways?
Kenny's
I don't remember if
Castaways.
Kenny's actually did it, but I know places like the
play it?
Lion's
No.
Den did. So pay-to-play was you were guaranteeing a club X amount of ticket sales, but you had to pay up front for the tickets that you got out of your own pocket. Yeah. So you had to make your not back just to get to
zero
to play, and they wouldn't let you go on. So, like, let's say you agreed
What the fuck?
$250 worth of tickets for whatever price times whatever amount of tickets that would be. If you didn't deliver that, either A, they wouldn't let you play, or B, you took a loss and you had to come out of your own pocket to get to that number. Yeah. So, and that was a big part of it. It started in Los Angeles, and from a business point of view, I sort of understand that the club owner's like, well, look, I got to keep my lights on, I got to sell booze, I got to pay my staff, and I get that. But at the same time, if you're not a known act, if you're new, you're just starting out, who the hell are you going to sell to? If you haven't played anywhere, nobody knows who you are or where you are. Years ago it was hard. Now we've got YouTube, we've got Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all this other social media to get yourself out there. But in the '90s, in the early '90s when it started, there wasn't any of this, and it was tough, and it killed a lot of stuff.
I think a lot of work needs to go into owning a music club. I don't know what people do locally, but you can't just take all the band, just take in bands and just throw them up on stage. I don't know if I don't know if the scene got too saturated or people are scared to say, listen, guys, you're not good.
I don't think people go out as much as they used to be honest with you.
Yeah, there's that too.
You know,
I'm guilty of that shit. You know,
they
I got to
don't-
plan way in advance before I go to
Yeah, they
a
don't
show.
pack. It just doesn't pack in like it used
Yeah.
to. You know, I mean, there used to be, and again, I don't want to date myself or whatever, but you know, when I was young, coming up in the bands, there was sort of a Thursday, Friday, Saturday pilgrimage between a couple of different clubs down in Lower Westchester that we used to do. You
Mhm.
know, it was.
My dad used to talk about that.
Yeah.
Rat Race Choir used to play down there. He
Yeah,
says,
okay.
Like, I don't remember the clubs he used to talk about, but he's like, yeah, they played in this big area.
Yeah, Lower Westchester and the Bronx, you know, outside of New York City, of course, you know, just in the Bronx and in Lower Westchester, there was about, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 different clubs that you could literally make a circuit, you know, and just keep playing. And there was people there. It wasn't like you were just playing there and there'd be 6 or 7 people. There would be people out, hanging out, drinking, whatever. And, you know, it just, all of a sudden it just died. You know, it just went away.
I mean, the clubs used to come to the bands. Now the bands have to go to the clubs and say, we can bring you a show.
And you have to make guarantees. And again, I get it. I mean, from a business point of view, I sort of get it. But at the same time, how the hell are you supposed to grow?
Yeah.
You know, you're almost better off setting up your own thing in like your backyard or your garage, you know, and throwing your own keg party.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we've done similar stuff to that. You know, we tried to put our own things together, but you know, it's a logistical nightmare.
If you guys are looking for a gig, the ShopRite in or the Stop and Shop in what is it? Wappingers. They have outlets on the light poles in the back.
Yeah?
You just set your shit up there. I've done it.
Did that back
Co-
in the
cops
90s.
come by, just give them a sticker and they'll leave you alone.
Is there a crowd? Is there a crowd?
People go. Well, I mean, shit. in high school or something. People
mean-
used to walk up and listen, but yeah, it was
I-
mostly just moms and stuff, chopping and whatnot.
I would play at the opening of an envelope, man. You know, like I don't care. I'll play, but
Yeah.
kind of want people to listen to it too. You know, otherwise it's just.
Yeah, you just go there whenever.
Oh yeah.
Middle of the day on a Thursday, 2:30 in the afternoon.
Would you guys like MC it? Like, you know, would you?
I would
If you want to do a fucking, if you want to do, just write it on the wall of the things we say we want to do, but don't.
Yeah.
Sean will tell you some of my crazy ideas. That
Yeah.
Do they have a back line at the stop? We don't like to carry our shit around too much.
Okay, yeah, it's guerrilla concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll
fucking
MC.
just set up.
Absolutely. I'm
But you
on
know
top-
what?
I'm on that.
All kidding aside, if you think about it, though, it's almost sort of what we've, I don't want to say been reduced to, but it is sort of like you kind of have to do stuff like that. You know, like throw your own party, throw your own.
Yeah, we've booked gigs at places that don't have bands, just because either somebody knows the owners or
Yeah.
it seems to be a good place. What was the place? Collins Ale House.
Collins Ale House on
We threw a
376.
great gig there, and there was a ton of people there.
Yeah.
And we booked 3 bands.
Mhm.
And basically said, "Do you want bands?"
Yeah, walked
And-
in. I just would talk to the owner one night. I was like, "Yo, hey, listen, man. They had like literally like a, you know what a Murphy bed is? You know, the bed that folds out of the wall.
Oh, fun.
They have a stage
like in
that.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
So they have, a stage that folds,
out of the wall?
down from the
That's
fucking
awesome.
wall. Boom, lights and everything, and you just get up there and do your thing. Yeah. And
Wow.
I was in
That's
there
pretty
one
cool.
night. It was just like we were out looking for a spot to grab a beer. I'm like, all right, let's go in here. And I'm looking around. And it's a big room and I was like, that fucking thing folds down. And the guy was like, yeah. I was like, you guys do bands? Oh, we haven't done bands in years. Would you like to? And then yeah, we ended up having a pretty good gig there. Had a good turnout. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know.
And yeah, I guess that's the way to go.
But it's a pain in the ass. You know. I sort of kind of like.
You guys got to be concert promoters now.
Yeah, you do.
You have concert
Totally do.
organizers.
Yeah, and I think
It's like mini Lollapaloozas popping up everywhere.
the other thing I think that's changed too is all the bands are friendly to each other. I don't know if that's really the right term, but bands are more cooler with each other now than maybe it used to be.
From
It's
when
not as much of a competition.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's more like let's get together as opposed to fuck these guys. We're gonna blow them away.
Yeah, when
you
I was
know?
playing, it was like 2000, 2001, and everybody like you're like shoulder to shoulder, the scene like just crowded, so everybody's trying to get in
Yeah.
there, and like nobody was like palling around. Bands weren't palling around. There was one guy, and I've talked about him before. His name Pete Crotty. He's in a band called NCM, and he always used to put on shows and stuff in Cabalooza and all, which is bands that he knew and got all together, all different stuff, reggae, punk, hard rock, whatever.
Pete's kind of a weird guy.
But he's not. But he was doing that when no one else was.
That's a brilliant idea. That's
You
that's
know?
the way that's the way you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
And imagine now if all of those bands were together, pushing everything as a unit, as opposed to trying to outdo each other. And I'm going to sell to my crowd, you're going to sell to your crowd, and fuck that. But then if everybody had been together, 5 or 6 bands all pushing the same thing together, imagine what you could have accomplished.
Yeah.
That's our point too.
Yeah, I mean, we've been befriending bands from up in this area because I mean, even Nick's not from this area originally.
Nah, I'm from Yonkers. Can you tell?
Yeah.
So we'll bring bands from up here down to like Westchester because we have inns down there, and then vice versa. We get people exposure up here, and I think that's
and everybody
that's kind of
gets
the way
what
to
they
go.
want.
That's the only thing we ask in return is like, yo, listen, just when you get a chance, if you have the opportunity, reciprocate a gig on us. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I'll get you down to where we're doing our thing, and and I won't even get upset. Like, if then they run with it and set their own show up, I'm cool with that because it furthers the scene.
Yeah.
It's not about furthering Pitch Black Sunrise or furthering this band or that band. It's about what's going on up here because there's a lot of great bands up here.
Hell yeah.
man.
Yeah,
There's
because all that's going to do is help you.
and it will help everybody, because
that's-
I'm a music fan. Before I'm a band guy, I'm a music fan.
Sounds like you're a communist.
A little bit, yeah. No, not really.
Well, that's
I'm an aqua druid, sort of.
That harkens back to the whole conversation that Ryan and I were having before about like trying to bring in local talent and concentrating hard local, even though this is on the internet and fucking we had someone in the Philippines listen one time. But we really kind of hit our stride, and not that we're fucking beating guests off with a stick or anything, but like we have scheduling issues at this point.
If
like
you build
we're
it,
always
they will
trying
come.
to, and it's all because we concentrated hard local. And we found people and we just feed off of each other. And we've gotten gigs, and they've gotten gigs, and just turning it into a local scene that I feel like,
fest.
especially
that's
in
the way it
Poughkeepsie, has been
starts.
lacking.
Uh-huh.
And
No,
you guys aren't really Poughkeepsie, but you're Hudson Valley. So that's
Close
kind
enough,
of what
yeah.
we're really trying to concentrate on, is getting local acts that especially are not signed that we feel have the talent to get somewhere.
I appreciate that,
And
man.
get. Not like this fucking thing is going to skyrocket tomorrow or whatever, but kind of on the ground floor, like these are the people that helped us out by giving us content for people to just fucking are 10 fucking people that are listening right now to check out.
Well, I can't stress to you enough how stuff like this is so important for
Mm.
underground artists like ourselves. I mean, Logan, and it's word of mouth, grassroots, if you want to use that term. You had Logan Callahan on here, and he's a friend of mine.
I've regretted it ever since.
Yeah. But then he turned me onto this.
Keeps showing up at the coffee shop asking to play his stupid guitar.
That's what happens. It's like strays. You feed them and then they just never go away. And that's what happens.
These hungry musicians.
Wow. I can hear the fuck you from him already. It's like, but it's true though. I mean, and this grassroots word of mouth kind of thing, it moves itself forward. Now, I've got a few bands, like I said, that I'm trying to push to get you guys to get in touch with you guys and get on here. And it's beneficial for everybody, your show and then the artists. So
For sure. It's like every listener that you guys bring, and then every listener that we have, that's it kind of doubles every time. And every time we have a band on, I see that uptick of a few new listeners and a few new people commenting and a few new people checking out the show, and it helps a lot immensely.
Yeah, man.
And especially because you guys you're not right here in Poughkeepsie, you haven't played here in Poughkeepsie that much, so it helps to kind of broaden what we're doing, and hopefully we're bringing your music to a couple of new people.
Yeah, cool.
That's it. Are we done jerking each other off now?
Yeah. I feel good. I feel refreshed. I need a nap.
Yeah.
To alcohol.
Yeah.
Cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Got a bunch of what are you drinking?
So we do a segment called "What Are You Drinking?" You guys are drinking PBRs.
You actually asked for requested.
Yeah.
You got Pabst?
which is fine. I mean, I'm good.
Did we really do that?
Yes.
Well, he saw me drinking
I saw,
one. He's
I
like, "You
saw
got
it. So I
Pabst?"
was like,
Fucking
hey,
A.
if you got any more of those, brother, pass one around.
I thought you
know?
like ordered one. If you have Pabst.
Do you have Pabst Blue Ribbon or?
Yeah. Dom Perignon?
So what do you?
Everyone have
do you guys want to review your Pabst Blue Ribbons or?
He asked me to pick up beer a couple weeks ago at rehearsal, and they didn't have what he asked for. I think he asked for Yingling, right?
Yeah, I'm a big Yingling fan.
And
I
so they
like
didn't have
Yingling.
it. So I texted him. I said, "What's your second choice?" He said something good. I'm like, "You're asking the wrong guy if we're talking about American beer."
Yeah. He's. Well, you tell him about it.
I'm an IPA
Yeah,
guy.
he's a craft beer IPA guy. To me, IPAs.
Are you gonna have another beer? Do you have to drive?
That never stopped me before.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! You did sign a waiver saying that you weren't gonna take.
It's only
Real quick while I get you a beer. Also, part of what are you drinking? One of you left your Mountain Dew Black Label on top of your car.
That would be me.
That would not have been me.
It's a nice neighborhood. I didn't want to throw it on the curb. And I'm like, well, I locked the car already and I'm fucking lazy. So I'll just leave it here and get it later.
Well, we do recycle, so.
Yeah. I'll take care of it. Sorry about that.
So we're now drinking the Voodoo Ranger IPA from New Belgium.
I'm sorry. Can I explain why I know that?
Sure. Someone texted you.
My sister-in-law was walking her dogs past, took a picture, and sent it to me.
What kind of degenerates are you having in your basement? I told you this show was going to lead to no good.
She wrote one of your guests left their drink on their car. Anyway, I'm sorry. New Belgium Voodoo Ranger.
This is fucking great.
Uh-oh.
That is really good.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
the IPA is going to be wasted on me.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's why you're not getting one.
Wow. Okay.
This is awesome.
I have Jack Daniel's Honey in here from the barbershop by Francois.
This is awesome artwork on
That
it.
would be my whiskey of choice if we were having a whiskey segment. That would be,
Well, do you want some?
No, thank you.
Okay.
No,
because I'm gonna have some.
I'd have to call my wife first and sign that waiver.
Well,
and
the Jack Daniel's Honey has been sitting in the fridge down here since the barbershop by Francois. Great barbershop with not great whiskey tastes. I'm sorry, Francois, if you're listening. I'm just not a fan.
That's the barbershop by Francois. Old school shop.
They're
with
one of our
modern
sponsors,
hairstyles.
and we're talking shit.
Sean's a big whiskey fan, right?
Yeah.
Bourbon, yeah.
Bourbon,
yeah. So we are too, but Jack Daniel's Honey is not. Not.
I'm reading the magic word for IPAs nowadays.
Juicy.
Juicy.
I wouldn't call this juicy. This is a fucking IPA. This is a man's beer. It's perfect. Everything about it is perfect. It's nice and hoppy. It's citrusy. It's bright. I can drink six
There
of
isn't
them.
one man thing you said in that entire sentence.
But this is
bright, hoppy,
real,
and citrusy.
Real IPA.
You sound like you're buying hand sanitizer
Okay.
at Bath and Body Works.
I guess. All right, I'll concede to that. That's fine. But it's called Voodoo Ranger IPA from New Belgium, and they're just fucking knocking them out of the park lately. I mean, they hit it big with the Fat Tire, and they just got some really, really goddamn good beers. Have you ever had any of their stuff?
No, not this one.
Yeah, definitely try their Citradelic series. Really, really, really good. But I really enjoy this. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good. It doesn't have the really bitter aftertaste that
Yeah.
lasts forever.
Yeah.
With a bad IPA, like I hate Captain Lawrence IPA because
I love Captain Lawrence as a brewery, but I don't like their IPA at all.
you just have that sour taste all day long. No, this is really good.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this. My choices. I don't even remember where I bought this.
This place is kind of juicy.
The fuck is that from?
Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny.
Greatest band ever.
Yep.
If you don't like
Absolutely.
Tenacious D, do not hang out with me. Don't call me.
Or
I
as
love
Tenacious
that
D would
fucking
probably say, if you don't like us, you can go fuck yourselves.
band. Tell me the Pick of Destiny wouldn't make a great Broadway fucking musical.
Absolutely. I'm like, I was explaining the movie to Brooke. I'm like, it's kind of like a rock opera. And she was like, what? I'm like,
Absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely. I have to give credit where credit's due. My wife turned me on to Tenacious D, and I was like, what the hell is this?
So
This
watch-
is fucking awesome.
I first learned about them when their show was on HBO. They only had like 6 episodes on HBO. I used
Yeah.
to watch them when I was a kid. And then also like 6 episodes, and then it went away. I'm like, what? What happened? And they can't Google back then. I just was like, well, Tenacious D is dead.
There was a time when Ryan used to, Bosch, if you will, used to text me and ask me to Google things for him because he would not buy a smartphone. And it wasn't until
I was one of those guys.
it was at
nah,
least,
man, I'm not buying CDs. I'm going to use tape. It's all tape. Nah,
It
man, I'm
wasn't
not going to
until-
download shit. It's all CDs.
It wasn't until
I'm just
6
a
months
dickhead.
after I cut you off from that you finally got a smartphone.
And you're the technology
You're like, yeah,
guy,
Brooke and I
right?
are getting
Yeah.
smartphones now.
And he's the tech guy for this show, too, by the way. So
All this shit's like 20 years old.
Fuck you. I am drinking. I just finished off. I was drinking wine. I can't drink beer because I have celiacs. And then
You just broke his
Shit,
microphone.
just broke my mic.
the mic.
We just got these new boom arms. They were $12.
Craigslist.
Yeah, I took the better of the two.
Fix this. Hold on.
Did you screw the light off the end and then stick the mic?
Yeah, that is catastrophic damage.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. It's just it's not something.
Let me just put this down.
This is wow. This. Wow. I got to tell you though, it's going to be hard to top this. This is our first radio show we've done, and it's going to be hard.
You did say you're doing another one, right?
Yeah, we are, but
Do you have the info? Can you plug it?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll pull it up. I don't want to
That's
quote
right.
him wrong.
So is this terrestrial radio?
No, he does. I
Like-
think a similar thing to what you guys do.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Oh, is it like Crazy Carl or something? What the hell's the guy's name? Crazy Joe something or other? I saw him passing out his...
I think it's a simultaneous broadcast, though, right? Because
I believe so. Yeah, but he's a little bit more. He's set up for full live bands like you guys do. You guys do acoustic things.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He's set up for a live band. PA and all that. So
Oh, no
we're
kidding.
actually going to be playing a bunch of songs on his show as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're not really set up to do acoustic.
Huh.
Oh, that's completely understandable.
I'm not
with
mad
the
at you.
genre. Yeah, I mean,
we talked about it. Rob and I
we're-
were in favor of it. Sean was like, "Well, I don't know," and then Rob gave him the stink eye.
We could honestly do everything but a drum kit down here. It would take some work, but we could do it. I mean, when we had
Hudson's Crew.
Hudson's Crew. They're a local band. They're out of Saugerties.
Yeah.
They're all fucking out of Saugerties, all our favorite bands. But they came in. We were a little worried about it because they were doing they had 2 acoustics, an electric bass, and then their drummer had this weird fucking
slap box.
Like a beatbox, but it's got a snare inside of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, cajon. That's what it's called. Yeah. So we were worried about that because that was the first time we had a full band, like 5 fucking people playing in here, and it came out great.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something that we could do. Just the logistics of it. It would be we'd do an interview, break down for like 20 minutes or so. You guys would play a set, and then we'd break down again and come back.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
So that's definitely something we could do in the future.
So let me give you another set of shameless plugs.
for
So,
sure.
But before I talk about this guy, what you were talking about, my wife has a band. It's called Plaid Nation Revival.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah, we've been talking to them. Have them come on the show too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's 90s grunge, but done acoustically.
Yeah.
And same thing. They have the beatbox and brilliant. Their song
Yeah.
choices, their material. And
Yeah, we've been trying to get them on.
It's going to be our schedule has been kind of nuts for getting them on, and I have constantly sent them messages like, I haven't forgotten about you. I want you on the show. It's going to happen.
You got to get them down. Yeah. If you get a chance
we
to go out and
finally-
see them, they're awesome.
Our October has finally leveled off, and I know what dates we have available now. So I'll probably be able. Tomorrow is going to be my big catch-up day. I'm hoping to catsup day,
mustard too, or just catsup.
So tomorrow I'm hoping to nail down all our dates in October, and
There you
they are definitely on the list.
Yeah. So this is the guy. It's WADIO Wade Radio. He's out in Long Island.
Okay.
And he does. He has live bands and stuff. He does some promoting stuff too out in the island too. But again, we're not that familiar with the with clubs out in Long Island, so we're hoping maybe something can open up from there.
All right, cool.
But yeah, no, he's again, like, man, this is what I'm talking about. Like this underground guerrilla thing.
What's the date on that?
That's was it 21st or 28th?
I have no idea.
I believe
it's in October, right?
I believe it's
I
the
think it was
20. I believe it's the
21st.
21st. Yeah, it's a Saturday 21st. We're doing
Cool.
I don't know how many songs, probably 5 or 6 songs we'll do. Some of the new stuff that we haven't recorded too. I think we'll be doing on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Well, back to me.
I'm the host of the show.
Dead air.
Real quick, 19 Crimes is what I was drinking. Is the winery. It's their Uprising red wine, aged 30 days in rum barrels.
Yeah, I was reading that before. It's interesting.
It's excellent.
It's all gone?
This winery.
I would have tried it.
This winery is very cool. They're based out of Australia, so all of their labels and all of their the history of the wine is based around how they were a prison state for England. So all of these people on these black and white photos on the front of the bottles are actual Australian criminals. They were sent to Australia.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this is pretty wild. And I would love to go to Australia just to see the fucking winery, honestly.
Oh, gee.
I know. I'm thirsty. It's dry down here.
Manager.
When are you going to get over that?
I don't know. I can't. It's not something.
17 years of puberty on the side of the table. Yeah.
So, the email scam. I want an update.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked enough about you fucking guys.
Is this the
yeah, you guys got to pay attention to our show.
But real quick,
Nigerian uncle,
pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, we just to catch you guys up, we had an email. It was obviously a scam. Hit us up, and then we responded, and they responded to that. So we responded to that, right? Where are we?
Yeah, we're.
Is this the Nigerian prince?
Yeah, that's
I think it's getting to that point.
Oh, I just got an email from James Hearn as well.
Hey, James.
I gotta find it. It's a little bit.
Okay.
Her name
wait.
was Kristen Benson. Yeah.
Yes, Sergeant Kristen Benson.
Whew. This is a long email.
Oh no, is it?
Yeah. Oh, and it's not even in the thread. Stupid bitch. Anyway.
I'll bring up the thread if you want to.
So yeah, I can bring all of this over. Pull it up on the screen. So we'll give a quick backstory for those who haven't checked out the show just yet.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah. So basically, it's very, very typical. I have a bunch of money. I need to get it in the country. I need someone to help me. That's what the whole thing is. But she's claiming to be in the fucking Navy or some shit.
Air Force. She's
Air
president
Force.
of the United
Yeah.
States of the Air Force.
Yeah. Like,
or
it's
no, CBS
obviously-
Radio.
It's obviously going through a Google Translator. So I'll just show you some of the pictures.
Oh my
that
good
that
fucking
she fucking
God! Look
sent.
how long this is.
Yeah. So, she got rid of the really bad photoshopped ones. Recent photos, show details.
All right.
Doesn't matter. So she. Oh wait, this is the previous email. So she sent us this certificate of her promotion. So that's obviously not photoshopped at all, right?
No.
Yeah. So of course,
because they always
is
do that in the Air
totally,
Force.
totally
Yeah.
legit.
That is completely.
They just take whatever selfie you
So
want.
yeah, so basically she's got a bunch of money in Afghanistan and she needs to send it here so that she can help people.
This poor
And
woman.
She'll give us
This poor
20% of it. But this email is
20%?
really, really long.
Oh my God.
So she goes, I thank you for your very kind and prompt response to my email indicating your willingness to assist me transfer this funds for investment purposes in your country or any country that you will recommend, comma, I am well impressed by your person and I feel I have found the right person, comma, but time will tell as you know, comma, the success of this transaction will depend on our mutual trust and you must promise that you will keep it secret within yourself, period.
Now I know there's no. I don't know if there's any English majors in here, but that is a run-on sentence.
The only thing
Certainly
that's
is.
missing is "Help me, Obi-Wan, help me."
There are.
I want everything to be clear to you right now, but you have to read carefully. Period. I was expecting a comma. The deal is about the money I made here, and I have kept it safely in a box.
Where you keep money.
There's nothing sketchy about this at all.
Due to the United Nations policy.
Don't read the
on
whole
a-
fucking
No,
thing.
why not? It's going quick.
I don't want you to. It's so long.
Plan to. Oh, this is all from the past email. It's just
Yeah.
copy and pasted. I must not fail to explain to you how I came across this fund I want to use for investment. Our soldiers and had encounter and exchanged bullets with some gunmen, and eventually 3 of our soldiers were injured in the event, while
Oh.
over 16 of the gunmen were killed as a nurse in the army.
Thoughts and prayers.
Gunmen.
Gunmen. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they were killed as a nurse in the army. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Check this out.
Yeah, they were
Please send
some-
your information that I will furnish you on the modality to follow.
So they want my name, my address, my phone number, my occupation, my age, my nearest airport, and my country.
I think we should respond.
But I mean, she already knew
Absolutely.
what country we were in. Like, we told her all this information already. So let's just
Do you have the email that you
we'll-
sent before?
Yeah.
Like the one that we sent to her, so these guys can see. Because I thought it was a good response. It was very friendly.
Yeah.
There we go.
So we did kind of a Mad Libs thing. We went around the room, and I started the sentence, and then Ryan continued it, and then it was just whatever you came up with in your head. So we came up with, Kristen, I am willing to take off 3 articles of clothing as long as you bring enough peanut butter to this accord. Trickily, I am overwhelmed by your trust and honest with me in delivering this amount of moolah post haste. God bless you and God bless America. Hail victory.
And now she wants our
Yeah,
info.
so she wants our information. So we'll just give her different information because she has all of my Dead Radio information. She has my full name. She has an email address. She has the state that we fucking live in.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah.
We also have to do Aaron's stand up too, so we can't take too long on this.
yeah.
We've started doing a open mic at our coffee shop that him and I both work at, and I host the open mic. And one of our cooks decided to do some stand up. First night was great. Second night, not so good. And we have the second night on tape, so we want to play that. So,
Okay.
You want to do this now, or
Yeah, why not? We'll just do it. We'll
more
just
Mad Libs.
Yeah. So we'll just
Okay.
reply, and
Your
then
name.
we're just gonna go with what is our name?
Nicholas.
I'm gonna spell it
M-A-G-R-O.
like he's Russian. Nicholas.
We got to put like one of the letters backwards too.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. Here, wait. We'll do this.
Nickelby.
Oh, I like the Von. What is it? Von Awesomeish.
Nicholas
Von
Awesomeish.
Von Awesomeish.
I am a disgraced cat.
No. That's awesome. That's Awesomeish. Just I. Yeah, there you go. Awesomeish. Address.
1313 Mockingbird Lane.
44 Raymond Avenue.
I was gonna do it with. I was gonna fucking do it without you saying it, just to see you laugh.
Are we doing that?
No.
Okay.
I just want to see your reaction. You guys are not gonna get this.
Okay.
Okay. But no one say anything.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
I actually
All
do
right.
get that because I know the owner of the Dreaming Goddess.
Now we can't do it. Now we can't do it.
Oh man. Oh well.
Tricky pitch black
Sorry,
sunrise.
pagan boy here.
What should it be in care? Now we can't.
I like the 1313
13
Mockingbird.
Mockingbird
That's
Lane.
like we're not going to get anybody in trouble. This is going great. We shouldn't.
What's the phone number? Oh wait, we got to give a state and all that shit.
What's that? A
We
state?
don't need to. It doesn't fucking.
Yeah, no, we don't. Yeah, we want accurate
Um,
information for this fucking asshole.
Shit.
Hold on, there's.
So I've got a good one for this. I just don't have it right in
You
front
guys
of me.
have a phone number. Let's give them the dead radio. The fucking.
Yeah, sure. What's our number again?
I don't know. I wrote it down somewhere.
It went by the wayside. We have a Google Voice number. All right. Google the White House's number.
Hurry this up. 'Cause
All right. So you do that. So our
All right.
occupation is occupational hypnotherapist.
There you go.
What's our age? Let's go 13. Nearest airport.
No, clearly.
Stewart.
Yeah.
No, not the real one.
LAX.
And we'll go with your country, Afghanistan. Just
Papua
to
New
fuck with
Guinea.
her. You want to do You
Mhm.
want to do Papua New Guinea?
It's Papau. Papua. All right, that's fine.
No,
That's
right.
close enough.
Sure.
That's close.
Yeah,
Phone
that's
number
fine.
is 202 456 1111.
All right.
Maybe the Donald will pick up.
We'll just get rid of my email signature real quick.
Is there any reason for the tape on the screen? I just
Oh, fucking finally. You guys are in.
All right. So
world
that's
of
been
hurt.
sent, and we're moving on.
So
Tape on the screen.
there's. I don't know. I haven't done this in so long.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out this well in a while.
I fell in love recently with a young lady, and
On the internet.
On the internet. She used to be from around here. Where is the picture? There's the picture. Okay, that's Bailey J. I don't know if you guys know Bailey J. You know Bailey J?
Sorry.
Yeah, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I got into her and like just started looking her up and everything like that, and then I found out a really scary secret.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I can remove the tape for you. But the tape's there basically to ease you guys into deciding on whether or not. Would you?
I'm fine right there.
Yeah.
Fine right there, actually.
We can keep the brakes on right there. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
If
I
you're
need.
So
Getting-
anyway, she's a transgendered porn star.
If you're getting a
With giant,
blowjob, that's not gay,
penis.
right?
Hmm?
If you're getting a blowjob, that's not gay, right?
I mean, you have
Only
to
if
be-
you make eye contact,
listen.
from what I understand.
As far as I know, is I'm a gentleman, so I reciprocate. So if I'm caught in that situation, I can't be a jerk about it.
Oh, good Lord.
So yeah, that's what the tape is. You happy now? You happy that you asked questions? So all right, so we responded to that goon. Very, very, very good. Yay.
Yeah.
Also, we need to do Aaron's thing. Have to.
Yeah.
Are you guys
so
interested in listening to some local
some quality
amateur comedy?
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, let's
Top
go.
quality amateur comedy.
How do you say no to a pitch line like that?
All right, you want to switch the thing over?
Oh, we got video too. Oh my God, this is a real treat. The title of the video is Aaron bombing. I thought he did fine. Oh, there's me. Uh-oh.
What is going on with this?
Is there a me thing?
No, it's just. It's not.
You need a smartphone, apparently.
It's because the fucking format of your screen from 2008
Listen.
isn't working. All right, there we go.
Next up, we have the comedic stylings of our own weekend assembler, Aaron Tarpley. Give it up for Aaron Tarpley. El Tortuga.
Hey, come on.
No notebook this time.
So this is Aaron's second
I
attempt
still don't know how to work the
at
microphone thing.
some stand-up.
Everybody, hello. My name is Aaron. I'm not scared anymore. I actually want this one. I'm not scared anymore. Everybody's looking really, really good tonight. Thank you for coming.
Sorry.
Let's give a hand.
Just forgot. No, I forgot that the space bar is not going to work there. But now we all know what the space bar does.
The big.
Oh, here we go. I got to be hovering over it.
The big thing here is you took the mic out, and that's a good thing. and then he put it back in, and now
Yeah.
he's like hanging onto the mic. He shouldn't do that. It fucks you
Yeah.
up. It really does. It's a weird thing. Sorry,
That's all right.
had to bring it up.
Tonight we're going to talk about church. Anybody ever been to church? Raise your hand.
Has anybody been to church?
Long time ago.
He wrote this
So
himself.
recently, I went to church again.
Yeah.
So much fun. Let me tell you. I stood in the front door and I was like, am I going to burn if I walk in here? Am I? No.
Polite
Anybody ever
laughter.
been to a southern church before? Guitars, saxophones, pianos, flutes, accordions, everything.
I'm only laughing because I've seen this already, so it's funny to me
I
now.
walk into church and there is a full band, a chorus, a whole freaking everything up there. So I'm just like,
That second everything.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
He's starting to panic already.
Oh yeah.
And
See how squirmy he
when I was
is?
younger, my mother caught the Holy
And then he
Ghost.
starts like changing the subject a
At
little
8.
bit, and
Seeing your mother catch the Holy Ghost at 8 years old, I'm like, hey, preacher, what you do to my mama? She's swinging her arms, talking in tongue. Like, when did my mom learn how to speak African? She's like, I am so scared. And I'm like,
it's like it's tough, but that joke could have worked.
Could have worked if everybody didn't realize how fucked up he was up there.
Yeah, it's because he was fucking panicking, I think. And, like, I don't do stand, so I don't want to pretend like I could fucking do this better. I'm just calling it like I fucking see it. That's all. I think everybody saw his panic, and they were like, this is going to be bad.
Our
And then they
manager came
couldn't-
up to me after the thing. She was just like, "So, did you pick up his spirits or anything?" I'm like, "No." I just hit him over the head with the same shovel he dug his own grave with, and rolled his ass right into it. I went up to him like minutes after this and was just like, "That was shit. That was total shit."
It wasn't even that. Like, you say how you felt about it at the end of like as he's walking off stage.
the world is
Oh,
on
okay.
Yeah.
So they gave a 12-year-old Aaron, Turtle Tarkley. I wasn't Turtle back then, but I'm Turtle now. But they gave a 12-year-old Aaron the job of Sunday school teacher in a hotel church with a bar downstairs, pool room, everything. Instead of learning the gospel, the only thing we learned is what Digimon it was fighting next week. All we watched was TV, Digimon. I'm up here like, put your Bibles down. We're going to go watch Digimon, go see what we got. So then, hold on, wait. Talk about my red pants.
Has he actually told any jokes yet?
He's trying. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just so I can have something to
I
talk
mean,
about.
he
waiting for
told
some kind of
yeah.
punchline.
I bought them yesterday.
He's floundering real
I
bad.
buy those ugly red pants so I can talk, so I can judge the crowd and see where I was going. And if you guys weren't laughing, I was going to segue into the red pants.
Actually, that
You
homeless
see,
guy
now
that-
like we're laughing at him. It's
Yeah.
like the self-deprecating thing that could have worked. He should have kept going with it.
I'm in church.
the homeless guy
But
that
he
just
tries.
walked
He
by
tries
was
to
a
go
little more
back.
interesting.
Hymns,
What's
and I'm
that?
like,
So the
what
homeless guy that
is
just walked by a
going
couple
on
seconds ago
here?
was a little bit more interesting.
Stomping, catching Holy Ghost, running around.
I don't know what that
sitting there
means.
as an 8-year-old kid, like, what
So,
the hell is
the Holy
going
Ghost,
on?
you don't
So
know what that is?
the problem is that he had his story, and that his would you like an IPA? Because there's no more PBR.
No, that's fine. No, the
you're
backwash is fine. That's
You're welcome to one.
I have some whiskey. Oh, we forgot to do what are you vaping? So
Oh yeah,
keep going.
Well,
We'll
no,
do it
let's-
after.
let's finish
So
up on
so
that.
what I'm trying to say is that like breaking this down with the ability to fucking see into what was happening and not being on stage at the time, flop sweating and freaking the fuck out. He had his story, he had his set, and then he had his parachute, which was his shitty red pants, which he was wearing like the next day too. So you can't think that they're that shitty.
Yeah.
So he had his parachute. He had the ability to make fun of himself, but then he tried to go back into the thing that was bombing.
It's like his main shoot didn't work, so he pulled his reserve shoot
And
was
then
like,
cut it away and then tried the first one again.
He's like, "Oh, this works fine, but let me see if that other one fixed itself."
So
This is a hard
we're sitting
watch.
there in the church, And the preacher's like, and it's 2017. Anybody else older than 32? Raise your hand. Come on. Raise your hand.
Begrudgingly, the front row raises their hands.
Yes, we're obviously over than 32,
I found out I was going to be, Vassar was going to be here this week, so I was brushing up on my Nickelodeon jokes.
That was a good one.
That's
Okay,
a solid
all right,
one. That was
all
good.
right.
That was really good.
Here we go.
None of those jokes. Sorry. I like Pokemon too, so but we'll save that for another night. All right?
Again,
So,
yeah,
like,
it's solid.
I'm sitting
The
there,
Pokemon thing would have been funny,
and
but
I lost my train of thought. But guess what? I got another joke for that one. I got a whole other joke. It's fine.
You know what?
So I'm sitting there, and the
If he
preacher's
keeps
giving his
going,
sermon through Twitter.
If he keeps trying, he actually could.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you what, I
his
give
first set,
anybody.
he got a lot of laughs.
I give anybody credit because it takes a lot of balls to get up there.
Bible's at.
That's terrifying.
Everybody's sitting there tweeting, taking snap. What are you Snapchatting? What's the point of Snapchat? Anyway, that was my time. I just I was
he should have just stopped talking and walked off the stage.
You know, I've known a couple of guys that have done stand up.
I made a bad choice. Anyway, hope everyone had a great
Exactly.
night.
No, but listen to what you say. You don't remember what you said?
Nope. This is going to be brutal, isn't it?
It's not brutal. It's pretty subtle, but it's telling of how he felt about it.
I'm sorry. Very, very sorry.
I mean,
Sorry.
you see, like they all felt for him, like he was trying.
Aaron Tarpley, everyone. One more time for Aaron Tarpley. For a very mediocre set. Well done.
Wow.
I worked all day, man. I'm sorry.
A very mediocre set.
You know what they say. If you're funny at parties, you're not going to be funny on stage.
It's tricky, man.
It's a very different thing.
That's hard.
So,
And I wouldn't try it.
I've never tried it. I'd be scared to fucking hell. There's no way that I would do it. So I don't want to just talk shit about him, but if he wants to be a comedian, he's got to fucking.
He's a good sport, though,
You know,
man. I was
yeah.
ripping him.
But you got to
He
start
was just
somewhere.
laughing it off, you know.
You got to
no
start
big fucking
somewhere,
deal.
though, you know, like
So, but everyone at work is very excited because a lot of them didn't hear this, and now they got to hear us make fun of it. So, there are a few people at work that are tuning in just to hear this part of the show. So, good job, Aaron. Sort of.
So,
good try.
I want to know, what are you vaping?
So
He brought his vape in.
So this is this is what's known as Coca-Cola.
Ah.
It has and it actually does have a Coca-Cola flavor to it.
Classic?
And I believe so, yes.
all right.
Because New Coke and Bill Cosby, and you pass out and you wake up.
Right.
And it's pudding pop.
Is that popcorn lung flavor?
Popcorn lung? Yeah, I heard about that. I don't really. I haven't had a popcorn lung yet, so.
Oh, I've done the research.
Give it time.
Yeah.
Most smokers takes 20, 30 years.
Can't be any worse than emphysema, to be honest with you. But you know what? I tell you, I mean, I like this better than smoking cigarettes. I really do. For one, I can be in here and smoke.
Yeah.
Or at the studio or whatever. Everybody else is outside freezing in the winter, and I'm just like, hey guys, how you doing?
My brother's a big fan.
It's gonna change though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's technically, very technically illegal in a place that serves food.
Yeah.
But they haven't clarified.
Well,
it
it still
yet.
is a
Yeah.
nicotine product because I have nicotine in mine. But again, I haven't had a real cigarette in 2 years. So
I mean, it has to be better for you than cigarettes.
Yeah.
It has to be. But I don't know if it's better for you than tobacco. You know what I mean? So fucking Marlboros is a hell of a lot different than smoking like an American Spirit,
Yeah.
So it's all bad for you. It's all carcinogens. As I'm on my fucking 6th beer, so do not fucking think that I'm trying to get on a high horse. I'm just, I smoked for like 12 years.
Yeah.
And it was
a hard habit to
fucking
break.
horrible.
Yeah.
And had that existed when I quit smoking, I may still be doing it today.
Well, some people say that one replaces the other.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, I do breathe better. I don't wake
Yeah.
up with that morning
Oh,
lung
of
burn.
course.
Yeah.
And who knows? That's the thing. It's kind of a who knows, not a definitely that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Whereas smoking, definitely it's fucking bad for you. So I think if you're going to make that choice, you made the right one. but you know,
You know,
I
the
just
only-
rather have like.
The
9
only
beers.
problem is, you look so cool when you smoke, and it's you don't
I know,
look, you
it's-
don't look cool with a fucking
Sometimes,
with this thing,
sometimes, sometimes
Yeah,
I play a game which I recently told Ryan about. Was what's the over under that guy vapes? You don't look like, but you don't look like that guy.
If you own a
You-
WRX, you vape, right?
Jesus, it's a fucking what's his name skit. God damn it, I can't remember his name. The
No,
fucking
it's like
hillbilly.
a fucking slammed
Jeff
Volkswagen
Foxworthy.
Passat.
Yeah, there you go. It's dropped. and-
Yeah.
If
and
you
like
listen
it's
to,
it's totally done up and shaved and like got fucking gull wing doors on it, but the tailgate is primer gray.
yeah,
that's
because
it.
you only got so far.
Yeah,
Ran
yeah.
out of money. Well, fucking,
Yeah.
I'm going out.
Yeah.
And I guess if you listen to Nickelback, you vape.
Mhm.
That kind of thing.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
for
a
sure.
vaping band.
Yeah.
I also
You ride a fucking one of those hoverboard things. Totally vape.
Vapors, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when it's a little slow at the coffee shop, I like to stare out the window and see who's going into the vape shop. I picked that up from these guys.
Yeah,
They're like, yeah, just stare when you're bored. Just
Yeah.
stare out the window and see who's going.
You
into
watch people try and parallel park, and then you go,
Oh,
you,
it's
can,
bad.
You look at people getting out of their cars, and you go, that guy's not coming to the coffee shop. He's going to the vape shop. And then you see all the hippies that are going next door to the Dreaming Goddess.
Mhm.
And then you go, yeah, it's a Vassar student. They're definitely coming in here for a latte.
Right.
If
And
they
then
ha-
possibly going over for a fucking vape pen.
If they have a loud exhaust on their car, it's a
Yeah.
vape. Yeah, absolutely.
They're wearing a fucking tap out shirt.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, when you buy a tap out shirt, you get a free vape
Yeah, they
juice
just give it
with
to
it.
you.
So yeah,
You
yeah.
get a free vape juice.
There you go, bro. If you fist bump with an explosion, you vape. I can't fucking stand that. I do too, man.
That's
I
the
love
worst
that.
thing
That's
that's ever
awesome.
happened
That
to
makes you look so
America.
cool. What are you talking
Top
about?
5, but not the
That's
word.
fucking terrible.
Fist bump. Yeah, dude,
It
come
makes
on.
me so angry.
Yeah. That makes me want to commit physical violence.
Yeah.
It really does.
Also, real quick, a response from Gavin Burt from his
Mm-hmm.
unimpressive dump email last week. Hello, Mr. Bosch. Oh, by the way, the censoring of the word shit was done by his phone.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, so I guess
Slightly
that's
vindicated.
I guess that's a correction.
He's
to
slightly
numbers. It's not-
slightly less weird.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Bosch. Thank you for the plug, naming me as super fan and putting the clip out there of my Monday Night Bowel Movement report. I never thought a release of my own excrement would bring about such pride.
He's just his diction is just fucking great.
He's-
spot on.
I know.
He should write for like NPR.
He also wanted to let us know, just in case we didn't pick this up, the Texas Chain Massacre, the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre just died. Here's an obit from the New York Times. Tobe Hooper, director
Thoughts and prayers.
Did Rob post that?
74.
No, he didn't. I was
Rob
just
didn't
gonna
post
mention
that,
that.
so yeah, that's how we missed out on
Is
it.
A Dead Radio exclusive.
Keep the ball in the air.
Yeah.
Is Rob a big horror fan?
No, but
kinda
he's
guy?
our famous person's dead Facebook friend.
Oh, yeah, that's right, from
he's-
before. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
he's
have a
my
very
he's my
short,
he's my
attention.
Deadpool guy. Like
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
I got to check now too. I don't know if I might have had him. I guess we'll see.
all right. What do you think?
I think we're winding down.
Bumping
I
up
think,
onto 140.
Let's give them a few more plugs where they're playing again.
Yeah. Well, let me start.
Start the
this.
outro music.
Fun having you guys, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on.
Great
Thank you.
conversation. Especially the off-air stuff where we got real mean.
Yeah, sorry.
There's some
Yeah.
venom spewing.
Those PBRs
Yeah.
got me all kinds of out of sorts, man.
Do you guys bring stickers? Because
Yeah, we did.
I don't
We-
know
we
if you
have
saw.
our little-
actually, we forgot.
We have
Yeah.
our swag package.
I don't know if you saw
Yeah.
the hallway or the stairwell on the way down.
The stairwell to the
Stairwell
dungeon
to
because
the-
you have to fucking name everything
yeah.
like a douchebag.
On your way out, any spots where you see white, stick a sticker
Awesome,
on it,
yeah,
man.
we
We're
did
just
it.
putting everybody who shows up.
Well, we
we're
brought
putting them on the
we
wall.
brought enough for the kids.
Yeah, I'll
too,
throw
so-
some on my
Nice.
guitar. My guitar is full.
Yeah.
That's why I needed the hallway to do
We'll
it.
find a place to.
Absolutely.
And,
And you guys definitely grab some stickers on your way out.
So we didn't have any 2XLs.
That's okay.
I have
I'm
an
gonna-
X, I have an
I'm
XL.
Supposedly, I'm going to lose weight.
You know, well, we did have 2 husky size left,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, I didn't bring those.
I thought it was
No,
only
that's
mean
okay.
off air.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So
self-deprecating, so it's
the
different.
XL and
Thank you very much.
Now, who wanted the girly medium size?
I'm a bit svelte.
Okay.
This will definitely fit.
Oh, the
me.
large will fit
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
They shrink in the wash because we don't have a lot of money, so we had to get cheap material.
Unlike most people, I just instead of working out, I just stopped eating, and
There you go.
the pounds just melted off.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's it. Portion control.
I drink my carbs.
Yep. It's the best way to do it.
So what you just say plugs? So
real
so
quick.
where are you guys playing?
So check us out October 14th at Rudy's, and
Yeah, let me get that for you.
Yeah.
A night of local original rock, October 14th at 7 p.m. at Rudy's Food, Sports, and Entertainment. It's $5 for entry. It's at 156 South Central Avenue, Hartsdale, New York. Hartsdale's in Westchester area?
It is, yeah.
Okay. They're playing with, it's Pitch Black Sunrise playing with Mama Doom, Freak Switch, and East Coast Rednecks. So, yeah, that's October 14th. $5.
Yeah.
Not bad, man.
$5 for original bands, all great stuff. If you miss it, sorry, but you're missing something good, man.
And you have you played this club before?
Yeah, this will be our second time there. It was a great time the first time, and we're really looking forward to going back.
Awesome, very cool.
Yeah.
And also, you're going to be on the what is it? Well,
yeah,
Wade Radio.
Wave Radio.
Yep,
Wadio.
WAIDO or whatever. Yeah, Wade Radio. Yep.
WADIO. Yeah.
Yes.
We
Radio.
will Google it and we'll put the link in the description
please.
on the YouTube.
He needs the support too. And this is good
for
stuff.
sure.
And we'll be doing some live stuff on there. We'll be doing a few songs and stuff, having a good time.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Also, check out Pitch Black Sunrise at Pitch Black Sunrise on Facebook. Pitch Black Sunrise _band _ I don't know. How am I supposed to write? How am I supposed to say that? On Instagram.
You're doing fine.
You're also Pitch Black Sunrise Band on YouTube, pitchblacksunrise.bandcamp.com, and pitchblacksunriseband.com. You guys really covered your bases well.
Yeah.
We're trying. We're trying.
I think there's Reverb Nation too, right?
There is a Reverb Nation.
There's a Reverb. Actually, the Reverb
Just Google
Nation.
Reverb Nation Pitch Black Sunrise.
If
That's
you-
what I did to play the music.
If you like what you hear, Bandcamp, our stuff is up for download, reasonably priced.
Yeah, it's like $1.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
$1 or more. If you want to give a little bit more, go right ahead.
Yeah.
No one will, but
Yeah.
we can say that.
We don't do refunds. Sorry if you don't like it. Feel free to show up and throw pennies at us or whatever when we play live.
Yeah.
Shout out
Show
to your-
up, throw pennies at Pitch Black Sunrise.
There you go. Exactly. You got to buy them to burn them. That's
I got
it.
one of those water cooler, empty water cooler jugs, and I just wrote "We need a van" on it, and started putting money in that and set that in front of the stage. That helps, so that you're both
bad idea.
performing and panhandling at the same time.
Good idea, actually.
Yeah, that's good. We may actually do that.
All right.
Was that in the waiver, or can I actually steal that from you?
Go for it.
All
Take
right.
it. It's not in the rider. Big shout out to your drummer Boris Badenoff for not showing up. That's the bad guy from Boris and Natasha. All right, there we go. Sean King, Nick, Magros.
Titles.
got it.
Titles,
Magro?
Don't forget titles.
Oh yeah, we got to do titles. I'm sorry. This is the portion of the show. Adam has been compiling a list of possible titles for the
And
show.
I gotta say, it's not a long list, which is a good thing, which means I was enjoying myself. Because when I'm kind of bored, then I tend to write stuff down. So, very well done.
Yeah.
We only have 5 titles here.
Fan of the show, take
Yeah.
note.
Yeah.
That when
So this is the first time we had a possible title before we even
before
started
mics
the
were
show.
even close to being on.
Wow.
So the first title being Douche Flute.
Which is a slang term for a vape, which I fucking love.
And then we have Villain from the Talkies.
Okay.
Boxed in like a turtle's dick.
That's my vote.
Yeah.
Right there.
Crazy Joe something or other. And a gentleman reciprocates.
That's more me
Yeah.
than anything.
So I kind of want to go with Villain from the Talkies.
I don't know. We got boxed in
think?
like a turtle's dick over here. What do you think, Sean?
Douche flute is really
Oh man, we got a
split
grab
decision.
bag. It's a split decision.
What were you thinking?
I
Gentleman.
like douche flute so much that I really want to hashtag and really hit that hard. What do you think to that?
So the thing with Douche Flute is it doesn't stand alone as a title.
Yeah.
If it was within a sentence that had been said, for sure. But Villain from the Talkies and Boxed in like a turtle's dick But those are real titles.
Yeah.
They stand out.
I like a villain from the Talkies almost only because we spent so much time trashing Rob. That I think one last dig that will last forever for as long as YouTube servers
He'll
stay
probably
up.
never miss another radio appearance again because of that. So,
what do you think? You guys cool with that?
We're good with that.
All right. Works for me.
Very good. Hashtag douche flute.
All right.
All right, man. Thank you guys so much for coming
Yeah,
on.
I want to
We
thank
really
you guys for
deserve-
having us on, man.
Really,
And-
really great conversation.
And anybody that is watching this, we encourage you. If you got a band, hit these guys up. It's a good time. It's a great time. And they're
If
doing,
they're listening, they already know.
well, hey, if they're not, then that's fuck them then. But you know what? These guys are doing a job that needs to be done for local artists, man, and help them out. Get out here and get on the air. It's a good time.
Goddamn
Any
right.
new listeners, reach out to us, adamdeadradio@gmail.com, ryandeadradio@gmail.com.
But mostly AdamDeadRadio@gmail.com.
Yeah, just email me. He'll just forward it to me. So, adamdeadradio@gmail.com for bookings. We got a lot of dates coming up that are, dude, we're fucking packed solid.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to organize it all. Tomorrow. I'll have solid dates for you after tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're looking at November at this point, though, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're very popular.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Kinda.
you guys know
this
that.
podcast is really big in Belgium.
Mm-hmm. All right. Until next week, we don't know what's going on. Wait, what's next
Well, hopefully I'm going to lose 15 pounds and be able to wear this shirt next week.
Because I'm not fucking doing laundry.
I mean, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, but I don't know if that's going to do it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Pitch Black Sunrise. Check them out on Facebook. Take a listen. I like them.
Yeah.
All right,
I
guys.
mean, I listen to it, you know.
Also, quick shout out to Beech Tree for being back in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Arlington Street Fair.
And
after-
way to stick to your guns and have a dead pig outside despite safe zones.
Yeah. Apparently,
bastards.
little side note here. Beech Tree
Dead
is a,
pigs are offensive to Vassar students.
a restaurant on the in the Arlington area that I absolutely love that do wonderful things with pork. They brought out a whole pig, heads and all.
Wonderful Things with Pork would have been a good
Yeah.
title.
There's your title.
Weird.
At the Arlington Street Fair, their booth used to have the whole pig sitting out there, and they were just taking meat from it and throwing it on a bun for you, and it was amazing.
Did it create a safe space?
Oh, somebody got all cranky pants, and they haven't been invited back for the past 2 years. But
Despite
this
the
year-
fact that the street fair takes place 40 yards from their fucking restaurant.
It's the pussification of
Yeah,
America.
honestly, dude, I would have the smoked pig's head fucking spinning around on a string.
They should have
out
the
in
pig-
front of my fucking restaurant and be like, I'm not a part of this.
They
I
should
am not
have,
affiliated with the Arlington Street Fair.
I'm trying to reshoot.
But here is a dead pig.
I'm trying to reshoot the Closer video from Nine Inch Nails.
They should have a Vassar T-shirt on the pig.
Yeah.
And just have it out on the spit, and just
Or just recreate Lord of the Rings. Or Lord of the Flies. Sorry, that was a huge fucking mistake. I've had way too many drinks. Lord of the Flies. That's too quiet.
I know, I'm sorry.
Your demon nabaranya boba.
Yeah, that's better. But I will say that they are going to take the high road and not do all that T-shirt stuff. But they're back. They're going to be serving pork. Beech Tree Grill. I'm very excited about that.
I would
Thank you for
seriously
so
be
much, guys.
fucking building a T-shirt gun saying "We love dead pigs" and fucking shooting it into the crowd. No, not even that. Dead pigs are delicious.
Oh, also real quick, should we do the plugs thing?
I guess.
Or should we save it?
I guess. I don't know.
I'll save it.
Crafted Cup. Other things.
Crafted
Whatever.
Cup.
You all know.
44 Raymond Avenue, Poughkeepsie. The Barbershop by Fran Coyce. 10 IBM Road, Poughkeepsie, New York. 845-463-2300 to get in touch with them. I'm going to make some serious shit for them.
Fucking
so-
Logan just won't stop coming.
I know. He's like a fucking groupie now. If he shaves
Jesus.
if he shaves, I think I'll give him a shot.
Yeah, just make out with
I'll
him.
let
a
him
little
touch it. No, I'm not gonna make out with him. He
No?
can touch it if he wants to, but that's it.
All right, let's go because they still have to do I'm so and so with so and so, and this is the Dead Radio podcast, and I have to pee really
Sure
bad.
is. All right, bye.